Hi all, welcome to my channel. Today we are in day 10 and session 2.5. Today we are going to see about referring the columns using a Spark data frame names. We have a users underscore df which have columns like id, name, phone number, etc. Now I'm trying to select only the id column from users underscore df. So users underscore df then square bracket of id which will return a call type object as if you see the result which will return like call and then id. In the similar way how we can get that as a call type using an call module from one PySpark.sql functions. From PySpark.sql functions import call, then if you do a call of id, you will get a call type object as a result. So to get the call type object, we can do it in two ways. One is like using a square bracket and other is using a call module from a spark.sql.functions. If you see the type of a call of an id, that will result in a PySpark.sql dot call dot call dot column dot column, so which will return in a column type object. We can't refer the object in a same code by alias. So what I'm trying to say here is like the users underscore df dot alias of as u. So the df I aliased as an u. Then if I try to do a select u of square bracket id, so which is nothing but I'm trying to here create a call type here by by after doing an alias. So here I am getting an error like the name u is not defined. We'll get a name type error here. To make this work, we have to use it as a string instead of a call type object. So string is nothing but users underscore df dot alias as u. Then what I will do a select. Then I will use a string here inside the select statement like u dot id, so that it will return the result. We can able to see the id values here from the after doing an alias. Okay. Now we can't use a call type functions in a select expression. It only takes a column names or an SQL style expressions in a column names. So with a select expression, as we seen earlier, select expression is more specific to an SQL based approach. So the users underscore df dot select expression, if you are doing an instead of select, you are doing a select expression, then if you use a call of id or an the data frame square bracket of id, that won't work because the call type objects is not supported in the select expression functions. Okay, so the same way the users underscore df of id in the square bracket of id won't work in the select expression. Next, coming to a session 2.6, understanding a call type functions in a spark. As we seen earlier, we can create a column type objects in two ways. One is using a square bracket and other is using a call module. Now if you see the users underscore df dot select id comma customer from is one of the column. If I do a show, I will get an id ranging from 1 to 5 and then a customer from which is having a date type values like 2021 01 15 like that, and hyphen separated, and then there are a few null values in that one. So if you see the D type of these columns, you will get to know that ID is an big int and the customer from is nothing but a date column. Now I want to cast this date column to an integer. So how can I do that? From PySpark.sql functions import date underscore format. So date underscore format will help us to format the date field. First I need to remove the hyphens, then I need to cast that string field as an integer field, then I need to do an alias to get the required results. So if you see here, after I'm importing a date underscore format, I'm doing an users underscore df dot select call of id, then date underscore format the customer from comma, I'm giving a required format here by removing an hyphen y and mmdd, so that I will will get the result as hyphen removed. Then I need to cast this as an integer, otherwise this will create as a string field. Then I'm doing a dot cast of int, then dot alias of a customer from. So then if I show the result, you can able to see that id column is 1 2 3 4 5 we get, and customer from we are getting a required result like removing a hyphen, and that is converting as an integer field here. If you do a print schema here, you will get to know that id is of long type and then customer from is of an integer type. By creating a list of call type objects, we can do this by using by creating a list of column type objects. The calls is a variable which has the list of call types here. Like first variable argument is like call of id, and second one is like a date underscore format. Date underscore format again create a column type, because the date underscore format we are getting from an spark.sql functions. Then I'm doing a same transformations here, like a customer from I'm converting that as a required format, then I'm casting that, I'm aliasing that column. Now if I try to use this inside the in the data frame, users underscore df dot select calls dot show, that will return an id column and then a required customer from date column. I can also do in a different way, like users underscore df dot select star of calls dot show. Star of calls show will also support here because it supports on a varying argument. I hope this session will help you. Thanks for watching. Bye.